Hey everyone, how's it going? It is I, the real Randy Chavez, coming at you today with a VeVe OMI update video. If you guys are new, welcome. If not, welcome back. I love y'all. Everyone say hello to Dashi. Hello, Dashi. Commenting, liking, and subscribing is a free way to help support the channel. Non-free ways are Patreon and smashing that super thanks button down below. Super chats as well. Surprise, I'm not in Ohio anymore. Not in the Midwest. I am back in Long Island. It's a interesting feel. I'll probably go back to Ohio again in the next couple months. I'll probably be doing a lot of traveling. There's a lot of alpha to go over. There's a lot of new interesting things. There's a lot of updates, not all from me. I do as much research as I can, but for the most part, I do have to credit the community. Community is the one that's always messaging me like, hey, did you see this? Have you checked this out? And I'm not gonna lie, most of the times it's poop, but every now and then I get a gem. It's like SNL skits. Most of them are crap and some of them are all right, but every now and then you get this one like, oh, this is a good find. And over this past weekend, I've had a couple of good finds. But before we get started, I'd like to go and read you guys a note of which I had written down just a couple hours ago on the aircraft that I was on coming back to Long Island. I know that OMI is up about 100% over the last 30 days, and some say that it's overbought. But what if I told you that we will double in the next 4 weeks? What if you wake up one day and realize that the bearish sentiment we've had this last year was just a few determined bears and fudders with multiple accounts? What if propping up and listening to unsuccessful YouTubers has endangered your bags? What if one day it dawns on us that losing out on millions of dollars of gains is not a fair trade-off for refusing to buy because you're mad at a few delays? What if we realize that traders, even though sometimes successful, are almost always worse off than the investors that buy and hold good projects? What if the hysterical bears weren't telling the truth and that they're just salty that they're getting squeezed and missed buying the bottom? What if the community realizes that even though they've missed the bottom, it's still not too late to buy in now and can still potentially see a 100x return on investment? What if the bulls once again realize that their only logical step is to double down on possibly the greatest investment of their life? What if the masses wake up and realize that the VeVe company is already disrupting the collectibles business, has already for the last couple of years, and is in the perfect spot to potentially be a $1 trillion company one day? What if people realize that taking the risk to reward ratio for OMI is much simpler than unsuccessful fudders tell them? What if I tell you that I've seen the future and have known all along what's going to happen? And what if I told you that this was just the beginning? Over the last couple of days, I've had conversations with a lot of different people, many of which older, smarter, and more successful than I am. And I didn't have to explain fully all the things that I had mentioned to them, which I probably should mention now. Actually, yeah, let's mention this now. Let's go over this. I was going to make this a video, but the video is something that I likely won't make just because it's it would take a really long time to do so. But let me go and read you guys something else. And this is the pitch that I go and give big uber whales. In 2021 and 2022, there were countless NFT projects that were able to raise a couple $1 million from VCs on the sole aspect of we're an NFT company. And they took estimates of what they'd likely sell and the growth of the market. And 98% of those have closed their door because they overextended themselves on their run rate. They didn't have a working product by the end of it, and there was no intellectual property that people could identify with. It proved that pixelated 2D pictures of animals would not be the end-all be-all for digital collectibles. People need something that has a history as well as something that they trust. The VeVe company has a top IP in the world, from Disney to Star Wars to Marvel to DC, Universal, all nostalgic brands with everyone's favorite characters. Rhetorical question. If you were a hedge fund manager and you had the option to sell your clients on digital collectibles, which would you pick? Pixelated 2D pictures of random animals, or high-end 3D collectibles of Spider-Man, Superman, and Batman that you can take pictures with in augmented reality? That is not even a hard call. The next thing you need to look at is the CEO. Who runs the company? Are they a CEO who's there just to think quarterly and receive bonuses in the short term? Or are they the original owner and they do it because they're passionate about what they do? Elon Musk is the owner and CEO of Tesla. No one else can do what he does the way that he does because of his intelligence, experience, and intimate knowledge of electric vehicles, which is disrupting the internal combustion engine uh, market. David Yu has been winning entrepreneur awards since he was a teenager. He's the only teenager to ever get the Pokemon license. He has over 30 years of collecting experience, has several successful businesses in the industry, and digital collectibles are disrupting the multi-billion-dollar collectibles market. You want to know the biggest issue my clients had when buying and selling Pokemon cards? It was their wives that were telling them that they were running out of room. The physical collecting hobby has its limits because of the space. The problem is immediately solved with disruptive technology. There are very few people who are willing to work 60 hours a week when working for someone else. And there are even fewer willing to do 90 to 100-hour weeks working for themselves. In the same way that kids say real recognizes real, business owners who are workhorses can recognize their own. I have it, you have it, and I can tell you that David has it. People don't buy what you do, they buy why you do it. David is building a dream company that I believe can be one of those rare trillion-dollar companies one day. And I know what you're thinking. Chavez, didn't you just say the collectibles market is a multi-billion-dollar industry? How do you get a trillion out of that? Well, you know Mark Zuckerberg, obviously. Crazy, but also crazy smart. From Facebook to buying Instagram and WhatsApp, he doesn't miss. And he's incredibly effective at remaining relevant. He currently has a run rate of about 25 billion per year he's spending on the metaverse. And if he didn't have 40,000 people looking for bad content on his platform so that he could ban them, he'd have a run rate even higher than that. This run rate will sustain for the next few years until he ups it again. Conservatively, by 2032, he'll have spent $250 billion on the metaverse. And he's not doing it because the metaverse is just going to be worth $500 billion. He's doing it because it's a multi-trillion-dollar opportunity. And sure, Facebook will make its money back and more, but it's already over $1 trillion market cap. The better ROI will be had by a company that has a lot of room to grow. Those VCs who bought millions at random NFT projects will cream themselves to buy VeVe's OMI token because of the high-end collectibles and the ability to use them in the metaverse, especially when they figure out that David is incorporating these characters with artificial intelligence. The metaverse to NFTs is what Viagra is to a green M&M. And when everyone realizes that the OMI token is the main currency of the VeVeverse, we will pop off like one of Elon Musk's rockets. We have the product, we have the problems that it solves, and we have the leader. The only question is, how much are you willing to buy? And that's the same exact thing I go and tell my whale. So take the what if story that I just, that what if speech that I just wrote, take that pitch, mix it all together with this weekend. In the next 4 weeks, we will likely go and have, I'm telling you right now, there's going to be 7 figures that are going to be spent by not a lot of people. I'm not saying that it's going to be 7 figures by, I know 800 different people all putting in a couple grand each. No, this is a relatively small amount of people, less than a dozen, that will put in 7 figures by themselves. And again, what do green candles get? They get chasers that are going to buy more green candles. I had someone today that was put in like 70,000 that tried to do a 20 million OMI buy order, a 60 million OMI buy order, and when that didn't work, it's like, okay, because he did it below it, like, let me try 2 million, 2 million, 2 million, more of these. And then later in the day, just like, all right, heck it. And that's why we're up about 13%. Now, again, you have wind the clocks back, a month ago, it was the worst. I mean, the worst FUD that I had ever seen. There was very few people that was buying down there. Nowadays, I have people like, Randy, is it too late? No, it's not too late. The people that I've talked with this weekend and other people I've heard from, they have no issue buying down. They have no issue buying here. They have no issue buying if it doubles. They have no issue buying if it triples. Why? Because it's a lot low. Like they liked it at 007. They really liked it at 004. They loved it in the 000. The amount of accumulation that had happened, and again, not everyone's able to do that. Not everyone has tens or hundreds of thousands of dollars coming in each month. most people just kind of work paycheck to paycheck with little savings. So this is why this is why bear markets, really the wealthy really go and make it rich, because as no one else is able to buy, they have that, buyer's exhaustion. They're the ones keep scooping it up all the time. There's going to be a lot. I'm up to 181 million. I will get to 185 at some point, and beyond. I'll keep you guys posted on that. Before I go and answer some of the comments here, let me go and see what I actually titled this video, so I can go and talk about that. We've got at 9, we're pumping. All right, what rumors might have merit? Okay, so the rumors that might have merit. There is something that came out today by I think Mr. MC1 just brought this to my attention as well, saying that OMI will be listed on BitGet. Is that to the moon? Okay, so is that confirmed? It is not confirmed. The team hasn't mentioned it. There's not a peep out of OMI. There's not a peep out of VeVe. Not a peep out of VeVe. There's nobody officially that has gone on and mentioned that. Does that mean that that is not true? No, it just means that the team hasn't mentioned it. I have no idea. The people that I've talked to this weekend, the really good friends, and then the other people that kind of came out of left field, they're not concerned with trying to time markets and when exchanges are coming. All they know is that VeVe has gone on and made a couple $100 million over the last few years, and that's just from the storefront. That's just from the primary market. It's not including the secondary. Yeah, did we gross $200,000 on Lamborghini 2 days ago? Yes, we did. Actually, it's Monday, right? Was it Tuesday? No, it's Monday. We grossed $200,000 yesterday on Lamborghini, but that's not including the secondary market, where Lamborghini gets that 6%, VeVe gets that 2.5%. Every time one of those secret rares sold for $1,200, $1,400, boom, $40, $50, $80, however much it was, and it's a couple $100 for Lamborghini. What a lot of people don't really know or don't really recognize is that residual income, that residual revenue, is something that you go in and you just have an absolute. That's what wealthy people do. I mean, how much money did Elvis make last year? How many tens of millions, and the dude is dead? That residual income. But BitGet, if we get on that, relatively small, did about $1 billion in volume this last 24 hours. If OMI gets on there, how well will it do then? I don't know. Is that going to? And again, I like the fact that if this is true, this might have merit, because we do know that David, on his one of his last appearances, his next appearance is going to be with Metamona. That's going to be on the 29th. But his last appearance on a stream, I don't know if it was mine or Dr. Stuff's or whoever's, he had said, well, we actually have talked already to all of the top exchanges, and we already have things in with them. We are just waiting for them to go and sign. Now, yes, he is waiting for them, but are they waiting for his okay to sign? Again, why has Earth 2 not gone on and launched their token yet? Well, they're waiting for at or around the Bitcoin halving. I believe 100% that's what VeVe's doing, and the Comey. They're waiting for at or around the halving, and we are within a couple months away from that. That is like 69 days away. Everyone comment nice down below the 69. It's gonna be late April. So I think if you have a really big exchanges coming in the future, you don't want to start out with those, because that gives a pump and dump. You want to have the smaller exchanges first. And this, again, BitGet, I don't think there's Bitmart, there's BitByte, there's Bit everything. So BitGet, I'm sure I've heard of before in passing, not enough for me to really remember it. But the BitGet is something that, again, it's small enough where it's not going to give us a pump and dump, but it is large enough, again, $1 billion in volume, to where you might see a little pump and it sustains. How many of these are we going to get, and how many of these are just going to renegade lists? How many of these big exchanges that are going to, oh, hey, they're launching on these exchanges, they're going to be big. If I'm a small exchange and I want to go and get in on some of those trading fees before Binance, Coinbase, before like the big guns come in, KuCoin, Kraken, whatever, I'm just going to renegade list, and then I'll just do that. That's what I would do as someone that had headed those exchanges. But again, that's just me. So this is a rumor that may or may not have merit. I probably does. I don't really like who it came from, but again, it's something that if that's real, which I would lean towards it being real, that's another good catalyst. And it's not just that. Hey, it's not that it's just we're getting an exchange. And okay, exchange is good for OMI, good for liquidity, good for pump. It's the fact that restores a lot of people's lost faith, because I can't tell you if I got one OMI for every time I got a message or a comment on my YouTube or my X account that said, I feel like the team forgot about the token. I was like, y'all know that they literally hired last year an entire blockchain team to work specifically on the token. They reworked MCP so that it would morph and fuse together with OUP, OMI utility. Like, people just didn't get it. And it's like, I think they forgot about the token. VeVe doesn't need the token. They're going to abandon the token. It's like, guys, you know that the biggest holders of the token are the CEO and COO. Anyway, so this is going to restore a lot of those people's faith. And believe me, there's a lot of those people. Let's move on here. What else we got? We got it's pumping, rumors might have merit, what I see in the coming months. So you have remember in not Star Wars, Lord of the Rings, Episode 3, Return of the King, where Lord Elrond's talking to Aragorn, and he says like, oh yes, there is a army in which that marches across Middle Earth, but in secret. Sauron has an army approaching from the west in the waters with the pirates. We have right now the announcements in which we know for both VeVe and Akomi. We have music. We have coming out with jukeboxes and vinyl records. We also have we have South by Southwest coming next month. With Marvel. I've already speculated a bunch on what that could be. We have OMI to NFT. We have OMI to bronze tickets. We have OMI to accessory. It's going to be MCP to accessory, but that's how you get it through there. So there's a lot of things that we know of, but what things don't we know of? Nobody knew anything about the Funko partnership. And then suddenly they spring on us one day, hey, we're partnered with Funko, one of the biggest toy makers in the world. They do billions in revenue each year. Up until last year, when David had posted on his Instagram the memorandum signed with Alibaba, there was no talk of that at all. That is one of the biggest partnerships that nobody has been talking about. Me and like one or two other, I think Crypto Rain and Dr. Stuff had David mention that on their podcast. What's up, Maxwell? Thank you so much for the super chat. Lift up. Yes, good times. But that's one of the biggest partnerships ever. They're literally the Amazon of the East. And nobody knew about that up until he posted it on his Instagram. VeVe hasn't even officially confirmed that. It's just David posting that on his Instagram. And then you have the fudders that just think that, oh, yes, I know what that is. That's it. They're just using their AWS version. It's about $100,000 a year. It's not a lot. Like, all right. I know Alibaba. I've known them since their IPO like 10 years ago. They are not going to wait. They do like 12 or 13 memorandum signings a year. They're not doing one with VeVe just for like $100,000. This is going to be a multi-million-dollar deal. That's one of those things. Like I said, Funko, Alibaba, what else are they hiding? What else are they working on that we don't know about yet? So we have the things that are obviously that we know of. Those catalysts are going to be huge. And this is why I think we double in 4 weeks. Outside of those, several people that are putting seven figures in the next 4 weeks. And not including any other players we have out of left field. That's just from that. I'll say 002 to 003. We get on exchanges. Like if this is just the first of many exchanges, and we have little pumps, and we announce more licenses. David teased last year on one of my streams when I said, how do we go and we keep these licensors interested in Web3 when the first time they go into Web3, the first foray into it, like on Recur, it failed. And it's not like Recur was one of these small NFT companies that raised a couple $1 million. No, they were given like $50 million. Quid, same thing, $50 million, both of them done. What happened? Why? And Dave said, don't worry, we already talked to those licensors. Hello Kitty, SpongeBob, Cat Dog, Nickelodeon. that is something that again, they haven't officially announced, but we kind of gauge that they most likely have. All of these things together, I would say my base case is still probably the same at 8 to 10 cents. My bear case has probably changed. My bear case was 2 cents. Might be like 3 to 4 cents now, which I know is not much. Let's see what else we got. Collectible. All right, which collectibles I see flying? There is a. I think the reso like doubled in like 2 weeks. I think reso was at like $1,000. When was that? Reso was at $1,000 like 2 weeks ago. It's at 1,900 right now, and I guarantee you it's 1990, pretty much doubled. The Todd has done really well. It hasn't doubled, but the Todd Batman has gone from like $600. I think it was actually like 500 to like 779. So has it done well? Absolutely, 50%. That's great. So some of the things that haven't gone yet, and again, not everything pumps at once. Not everything pumps at the same time. You know, Partner Statue pumped over 50%. They were 2,000. They're up to a little over 3K right now. One of the things I've really been looking at, and one of the things I actually bought, was another Luke Skywalker. As most of y'all know, I have the number 43s, really great set. But when Luke Skywalker is still the rare, the animated, it's just retail. You could have got it at $60 on the drop. You can get it for $60.11 right now. That person is taking a loss. That's again, that hasn't pumped yet. That's still again at retail. What do the sub 100s look like? I would say 360 would be a fair amount for a sub 100. The cheapest one is 420. One thing that I got on the ultra rare Luke Skywalker, something that I believe it's about 200 right now. So $200, a 4X for this first appearance should be about $800. Me and a buddy of mine happened to get 2 of these. I got one, he got one for like $394. We got it for less than double the price of the floor, which was great. They're both sub 100s. And now there's number 91 for 877. That's okay. Josh Emmett, UFC fighter that had like punch of the year in 2023, just confirmed he's coming on the podcast. All right, let's get this bread. Let me know a date. And I'll make it work. I also have Sports Commissioner of Ohio, known as BJ. He's got a law firm. He's coming on the podcast over on March 5th at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to go over a bunch of stuff. But he's also an OMI holder as well. So he's a good OMI holder. He has the cat too. The cat he's a holder of the cat. He got in Grumpy. He's in the cat. We'll go over that at another point as well. I'm getting so many messages right now. I unfortunately cannot keep up. I will go in and start to get to these comments real quick. Merit, collectibles. All right. So we did most of these things. Wow, 109 people here. Yeah, if y'all can smash that like button, that is a free way to help support the channel, not free way to Patreon sessions. All right, you guys know. Anyway, let's get to it. Oh, they're streaming on. Oh, Mark's saying, let's go. OMI to the moon. Get the spread. The guys, price prediction still the same for the most part. I think the predictions are the same. It's just the percentages at which they're likely to happen have changed. Originally, my bear case was like maybe like 10% chance that it happens, that we get to like 2 cents at my bear case. Now I think it's gone from 10% to like 5%. My base case of 8 to 10 cents was like 85%. And now I think it's like 75%, my base case, from 8 to 10 cents. Why? Because I think my bull case is going to be a little bit stronger. My bull case is now probably a good, I would say 15% of 15 to 20 cents. And then the golden goose case is probably about 3%. And that would be, 30 cents plus. Now Chavez, that only equals 98%. The other 2% is just those numbers in between. What if we get from, like 4 to 7 cents? What if we, from 11 to 14 cents and, 20 to 30 cents. So that other 2% kind of falls in there. Arbear says, let's go. What's going on, Arbear? Coolmo, thank you for being a member, Coolmo. Jason Pena 2000, can't stop, won't stop. Let's go. Blue saying, no, around the Okomi verse. So that I was there before. I was not there before. I was literally just on a flight on when around the Okomiverse was happening. I couldn't be there. But I was on, like I said, I was on a flight. Ernie Mouse, like, have a Long Island now that you back on the island. Maybe you remember this one. All right, so he took me out on Saturday, and I remember the pizza place. I remember something after that. Yeah, we went to a place called Pins, and I remember having a bunch of ginger whiskeys or whiskey gingers, and I remember having a couple White Claws. I do not remember the Long Islands. Apparently, I had a few. Um, I am drinking water now, though. I did have a couple whiskey gingers on the flight coming back because one, it was free in first class. Thank you for that. But yeah, I'm gonna cover the drink. I gotta get back in shape. Kobe Skywalker saying, "Let's freaking go. Let's get the spread." I love this game. Thank you all for the super chats. Let's see what we got here. Robo says, "Hey Randy, Dashy, and fam. Yeah, again, Booth. I was gonna try to make it today, but unfortunately, again, I was literally on a plane back, so I couldn't get around the Okomiverse. I'm sorry I haven't really uploaded. It was just a fun, busy weekend. I wasn't really able to upload, but I did a video earlier this morning. I think it was just really the news of the last couple days that I just missed, and there's more to go over. So you'll see a video tomorrow as well. What's up, Robo? All Chat Gaming says straight fire. Thank you, All Chat. Corey Baker says, I can't wait to leave Ohio. Oh, well, I mean, it's cold. I get it. It was cold. Literally the night I got there, I go to the wrong place, and the place I was supposed to go to was like 9 minutes away. So I had to like double time it. And it was chilly, but it felt good. Sword of Lance says, did you just see someone post about, yeah, BitGet. So I just went over that. I'll go over it again in case people, missed it. 130 people here now. That is a rumor. It does look like something could happen there. But remember, like 2 years ago, when somebody had said, like, "Oh my God, look what I found on Immutable X in the metadata. It says Pokemon. There's Pokemon cards here, guys. Pokemon to the moon." And people, got all crazy, like, "Oh my God, we're gonna stonks." And then it just turned out that those things were actually just placeholders for other things that they were working on. I'm not saying that this is that. Again, we do know that our exchanges are coming. We don't exactly know when. I've kind of estimated that it's going to be at or around the halving, just like Earth 2 is doing. But yeah, if they wanted to start one now in the next couple weeks or the next month or so before the halving, that's fine. That's their prerogative. And there's so many exchanges that are likely to come. It makes sense to start with something small. Again, BitGet is small enough where we don't pump and dump, but it is large enough where it has 1 billion in volume every day that we should sustain that. Troy Perez, thank you for super chat, saying, thanks for getting us through the bear market. You were a huge help to many. You kept the lights on when many were sitting in the dark. There's two quotes that come to mind when you say something like that. It's, the light can always be found, or the dark, oh God, whatever that Dumbledore quote is, but I'll go with Uncle Iroh first. Uncle Iroh says, like, if you look for the light, you can often find it. But if you look for the dark, that is all you will ever see. It's really easy to drown in your own sadness. It's really easy to go be beside yourself and go and say, like, hey, misery loves company. But I'm gonna do it was Dumbledore light quote. Happiness can be found even in the darkest of times, when one only remembers to turn on the light. And again, it's a lot easier for me to go and be happy and cheerful because again, I know it's coming. This first part of the video, when I read that what if speech that I wrote on the plane while I was drunk, I wasn't drunk, no, I was a little tipsy. That part, it's easier for me to be happy and hopeful because I know what's coming, and it's not like I know what's coming. Like I knew we were getting BitBet. I don't even know if we're getting BuyGet, whatever that's called. Again, that's just a rumor, which does have some teeth to it, and it may well be true. I know it's coming because I can read the writing on the wall. I see the future. And I know that sounds so completely, pat yourself on the back there, Chavez, but I guarantee you in 3 years, heck, probably even like the next year and a half, people will look back on the route that humanity has taken and they could be like, oh, well, that technology wasn't going to go backwards. People are nostalgic for the 80s because that was a great time. 90s were cool too. But we're never going to go back there. Every now and then when you have like a Hurricane Sandy, and suddenly your kind of technology is driven back 20 years because cell phone towers are out, power lines are out. Sure, yeah, now you got to go and knock on people's homes like you did in the 90s. Come out, hey, can Johnny come out and play? But humanity's not going back there. Humanity's technology is only going to move forward. You have that, was it Moore's rights law, where technology doubles like every 18 months, every 2 years. That this is just the natural progression of things. And again, me and a decent amount of people that I talked to, you guys kind of saw that. There's a lot of people that didn't. There's a lot of people that just, the market's down, and again, that recency bias of what has continued to happen will happen, and we've been going down for so long, we're just going to keep going down. And you literally had people sell at the bottom, and I was like, oh my god, I feel so bad for those people. Anywho, where was I? It was Ohio. Just yeah, so I posted that. Roll says, I found tweeted the BitGet API URL that shows OMI listed as a public coin, but still going down the rabbit hole on legitimacy. Agreed. It is very, again, this is why I said it's a rumor that I think does have some teeth, and I would not be surprised if this turns out to be true. But again, the OMI or VeVe team has not yet spoken on this publicly. Until they do, I'll say this is a soft reason to get excited. Rose says, seems legit in my opinion. It does too, and it does line up with the timing. You don't want to wait until the halving. You might want to have something, beforehand. We're up about 12% on the day. We're up 100% on 30-day chart, which is amazing. New to us says, the daily VeVe here. My only regret is not buying more OMI. My only regret is that I didn't buy more. Arbears, my DCA is 003. To me, this is still a buy zone. To me, it is as well. Now, again, like when OMI gets to half a penny or even 1 penny, likely for many people, that will still be a buy zone. And I mean, if I think we go to 8 to 10 cents, yeah, that's still a crazy buy zone. It's just, we're going to long for those 000 days. So I've said this on Twitter before, on X. In the next 4 weeks, 000s will be a distant memory. It's likely that we won't go back there even from now. There is that small chance that someone, I don't think so. After the couple people that I've talked to this week, both in person and not in person, if there's any major sell walls, that'll get eaten up very, very quickly. Yeah, there's the issue that a lot of these bigger high net worth people are having and are going to continue to have right now is the liquidity. Again, buddy of mine tried to put in $70,000 today. Took him all day to do it because and again, that's just $70,000. How are people going to try to put in 7 figures? You can't here. You need like trading bots, or you need to have somebody at a desk literally for 2 days straight. Having a bunch of coffee and a bunch of Red Bull. So if there is any giant, it could be a billion OMI sell wall, that will get eaten up fairly quickly. Yeah. Mr. F, so how's your whale chat? It was very good, Mr. F. It was very, very good. Very productive. We watched you. We watched you and NFT Pirates. It was a good time. How many people? Where was the meeting? What was the format and what was the content? So I was in Ohio. I was in the Midwest, but then Dino Dragon kind of dragged it out of us. Yeah, it's in Ohio. There was a couple of meetings of the minds of these things at a couple different times, a couple different places. It was relaxed. Like we're all friends. So that helps. And yeah, it's just love and good times, and got the family vibes, like really good friends and family vibes going. And it was really just a confirmation. Hey, Randy, why are you bullish now? Okay, we know why you were bullish before. You explained that, but why are you bullish now? And just this was a really good weekend because I had the in-person friends that and Wales had talked to, and then other people that came in from, again, out of nowhere. Like RKO out of nowhere is like, hey, we're looking to put in some money. It was like, oh my god. Okay, so this is all happening. A lot of these buy orders are in like 4 weeks. April, I told people on X, April will be too late, and I told people here that I met with this week, like April will be too late. we will have doubled by that. We'll probably triple by that point. So I said, like, 4 weeks, and that is fairly understood. But the content, what I really said was really what the two kind of speeches that I made at the beginning of this video. That's kind of what the vibe was. OMI oh my says, Fish can hear you thinking just before you sneeze. Hey, OMI oh my. See, I've seen you before, but now that I know. Speaking of Feesh, okay, I farted. Look at the DJ Octo. All right. Matt Johnson says, "What up, Randy, my guy? Yo, what up, Matt Johnson? How's it going, fam? Hope you're doing well." There's a lot of things to be super, super bullish on. Chuck and Hang saying, "Looking forward to retirement." I had my fill in retirement. I like to. I just want to. It's much more fulfilling going out and not just making money. I mean, that's always great. It's much more fulfilling going out and helping other people achieve their goals and realizing that you help do that, even if it's in a small way. And that's really fun. Now, obviously, the end, my retirement's gonna be me going to like Madagascar, Indonesia, and setting up these animal sanctuaries. But that'll be we still got some time for that. I'm not going anywhere yet. Christopher says, "Why weren't you on around the Komiverse? We're afraid to talk to we're afraid the talk would lead to poop and stuff like your recent streak with the Queen." I'm so glad you saw that, Prince Toby. Oh God, that was hysterical. That was a hysterical. Like, me and Queen VeVe have some of the best conversations. It's so good. I believe your friend pooped in some guy's shoes. Yeah, yeah. Just go watch that stream with me and Queen VeVe and skip to like the last like hour or whatever, and you'll see what he's talking about. But I wasn't around the Komiverse today because I was just in flight. I couldn't be on it while I was up in the air in the aircraft. But next week I'm hoping. Torland says BitGet, if true, is number 12 exchange currently by volume. Yeah, it's about $1 billion. Pretty legit. Jason Pena says the pitch is good. It's freaking good. It's fucking good, mate. Yes, I think it is good as well. But it's just my opinion. I'm a little biased. I was the one that wrote it. Is it? Yep. All right, hold on. Oh, shoot. Oh, shoot. Oh, shoot. Hang on one second, guys. Grateful D420 saying, "Do you remember how fast it went to 0.01 last time? I think a couple weeks. We actually went from like quad zeros, like 0.00006 to 1 penny. That took a couple weeks. This time we have so many more licenses. We have so much more revenue. Like in 2021, the app had been open for a couple months, and the OMI that was burning for gems, VeVe wasn't getting any revenue from that. So that would not have been sustainable. Now, we have had well over 200 million in revenue just from the primary markets. We have had, some of the best IP. We've had a Marvel and Disney and Star Wars, all these major IP announcements since then. We don't yet have the OMI to gem. We're likely to get OMI to NFT and OMI to bronze tickets in the next couple months, but that OMI to gem might take a little while. That gem liquidity pool might take a little bit. Yeah. So saw this. Said it's a rumor. Hang on one second. Some teeth. Until we get the whale of mine also asking about this, and I was like, listen, asking about the BitGet, if I get whatever. I was like, so I'm saying it's a rumor, but I think it may have some teeth. Until we get confirmation from either VeVe or Akomi, I'm not going to say or I was hoping a confirmation from VeVe or Comey. It's not real yet. But again, I do think it does have teeth. But who knows if we'll be proven wrong or right? We shall see. Moving on. Grail does then the FUD. Oh yeah, lots of FUD. Candace Bevinson, grateful. D420, true. Yep. Jason Payne says, congrats, Arbear. Yeah, Arbear. You got a nice low buy order there, or a nice low DCA. NFT player one says, Randy will get to 200 million OMI before it blasts off. My prediction. I hope so, man. I'll say there's a chance. I will likely have to go and pay 002, 003, but yes, there's a chance. Cool Mo says, thoughts on OMI becoming Disney's digital currency? Okay. That would be too wonderful. If Disney were to ever come out with a digital currency, they would likely do something like themselves. But if Disney were to start accepting digital currencies, again, most likely it would be their own if they were to make one, if they were to have one at all. But I do think that OMI could be an option for them. People have to spend, it goes up, it's deflationary. What are the odds of OMI becoming Disney's digital currency? I would say that'd be pretty low. If it did happen, oh my God, we would be a $30 billion company overnight, or $30 billion token overnight. But again, what are the odds of that happening? I don't think and even if they do get a digital currency, it's not likely going to be for a long time, like a year plus, a couple of years. I remember you one time talking about why the name OMI wasn't changed over the VeVe token. Could explain why. Yeah, I do remember there being conversations about that. I don't know why. Maybe that is a possible reason. I guess that could be a reason. Again, I would put that pretty low on the expectations list, but I guess anything's possible. Sleeping Tom says, Randy, yo, what up, Sleeping? How's it going, fam? I love you, man. Hope you're doing well. Wes says, never heard of BitGet. Well, again, a billion in volume, so it's decent. It's it's I. I did not mention it. Only pointed out a tweet. But okay, that's true. Yeah, that's true. He just Mr. Underscore just sent me a tweet there. Yeah, I honestly, and you're one of like a lot of people that had pointed to this tweet. That share that info with screenshot. Yep. OMI, oh my says Bullish AF. Zay says, why is this dude lying about how much? All right, dude, I don't know. All right, so I will go over this just because I'll read what you said and then I'll answer. Why is Kay lying about how much OMI tokens those old Gadenzi guys have? Sorry to ask, is it true or not? What? There's a big discussion on Twitter. Nobody calls it X. I call it X. I did read the original post saying where he said that they had the majority, like most of the circulating supply. If that was true, they'd have 160 billion OMI, and that's definitely not true. I know it's not. People that have tracked that wallet, I don't know, maybe together combined they might have 10 billion, if that, which is again, that is, I'm overestimating that. They likely have less, but that's nowhere near more than half of the circulating supply. When somebody goes and says, oh, they have the majority of the tokens, they're just lying. Either they either think that they have that and they're just misinformed, or they know that that's not true and they're purposely trying to flood the project. For whatever reason, I don't know. But this is why I blocked that person. This is why I don't associate with liars. NFA says BitGet number 12 listed on exchange on CoinMarketCap. Oh, hey-oh. Be great if we got that. Oh, it says from CoinStack, BitGet does 1 billion in volume 24 hours. Hey, so it said BitMart does 1.2, BitForex is 1.9. All right, so BitForex we know is not the greatest exchange, but that does almost twice the volume that BitGet gets. But again, Bitforex I think is more in Asian markets. BitGet, I don't know what it does. Same with Bitmart. I think Bitmart we have. I think we have Bitmart, or we have Bitrex. Let me change. Let me see. What we got here? Here we go now. Here we go now. OMI is currently on OKX, Uniswap, Gate.io, BingX, Ascendex, Bitmart, Energy Swap, and Bitforex. If it turns out to be true that we are getting this exchange, I don't know how much, and let's say we do, I don't know, another million a day on that exchange, and we lose 500,000 on these ones. That's still about 1.5. So it is still a big increase of 50%, which I like. Maxwell said, beer money, ready for liftoff. Good times. Let's go. Yeah, I can't wait. Thanks, Matt. Tito Fortoid is well done, Randy. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Matthew Ursel says, Randy, let's go. The engines are firing up. We're going past the moon. Remember that scene from Jimmy Neutron, the movie, where it's like, we're the kids in America, or they're all like flying off into space? That was a cool freaking scene. Sliders, smash that like button. Anthony Chong says, time to fly. Oh, okay. I want to get away. I want to fly away. Yeah. Our bear saying, I'm stacking Luke Rare animated. Good. That's a good stack. That is a very good stack. Tree says, love the beard. Well, thank you, Litree. Oh, I bet I will take that compliment. And I love you, random citizen. Latrice, okay. I wonder how people are reacting on X to this particular. Oh God, oh Lordy. All right. Go to, I think Omar tagged me in this. So I will go to his page on the replies and look at the tag. All right, so Roble has been, all right, so that Roble only got about 1,200 views so far, but I guarantee you there's more than, all right, from the actual original that had 5,000 views. So it seems that it's just within the X space right now. It's not on a, it hasn't reached some other peeps. Which if again, I don't think, I mean, if you want to buy the rumor, sell the news, yeah, totally can. Buy the rumor, sell the news, and or just wait till confirmation because you don't want to buy that and then people get disappointed. You have that leg down. I don't have enough OMI, man. I don't have enough OMI. Oh wow, there's a lot of who's super jealous. Oh God, I don't know. All right, moving on here. Thank you very much for having a while now to be back on the island. Maybe remember this one. Yeah, yeah, I was pretty. Guess I got pretty sloshed. Kobe Skywalker, thank you for the super chat. Squid Cat saying Josh is a beast, OG Gold Dragon holder and VeVe logo holder. He is. Yeah. So I'll have him on the podcast. I don't know what date. I'll keep y'all posted. I was literally showing Ernie him and his son his knockout with just the over the right hand. Oh God, it was crazy. Price 6 months from now. All right. What are we? Mid-February. So March, April, May, June, July, August. We're still in summer. I would say 0.005 to 0.007. Somewhere around there. I bet you I'm a millionaire at that time. Yeah, so I would say around there. Between 0.005 and 0.007. Although I don't know if we get to like 0.002 to 0.003, literally in April. I think sometime in Q2 we actually get past 0.003, go to 0.004. Well, I guess 6 months is, yeah, that's probably fair. Dear Dragons, would have met you at Pin's place. It's fun as heck. Yeah, that was fun. I will go back at some point. We'll grab a beer. We'll do do whatever. Doesn't have to be at Pins. Doesn't have to be a beer. It could be coffee. We could be gentlemen and drink espresso or have mixed drinks. I'll let you know. It was just a short trip. This one, I literally got in Saturday night and literally left, this afternoon. So I'll do another one at some point. I'll keep you posted. Troy Paris, thank you for the super chat saying, thanks for getting us through the bear market. You were huge to help You were a huge help to many. You kept the lights on when many were sitting in the dark. I appreciate that, Troy. I feels good, man. Um, the only thing that I kind of wish, well, I guess two things. I know that it was likely a good thing for many of you guys that I never sold, because when people would be like, Chavez, I'm down like $5,000. Okay, I'm down over $1 million. You know, that likely would have been something that um, would help people be like, okay, well, Chavez is down a lot and he doesn't seem worried. Okay, that makes me feel better. If I had sold, maybe people wouldn't feel that way. Maybe like, okay, well, Chavez is fine because he sold. You know, I didn't. I'm the only one holding this bag. You know, so but if I had taken some profit, I would have bought everything back down here, and I would have convinced some other people close to me. I was like, hey, you should really get more. You know, I sold, I took profit. I know when to buy. I know when, you know. But unfortunately, there, despite me being right about Tesla, high risk lending, Pokemon cards, they just, I don't know if it's they don't believe in me, or they just don't believe in, or they just don't understand the tech. But I could not get everyone close to me into OMI, and I was screaming from the hilltops, "Hey guys, should probably get some." Um, so it's a double-edged sword. Sam McCall saying Randy's pop culture recall is legendary. One of the reasons I love tuning in. Oh, thanks, Dan. Yeah, I've been asked about this a bunch of times. The best answer I can come up with is we didn't have computers in the '90s. I mean, some people did, and I guess I wound up having one eventually. But I don't know, just watching the same thing. Like when there's nothing to do and you watch the same things over and over again, you know, it's kind of ingrained in your mind. That I I didn't like soap operas. I didn't like Port Charles or General Hospital, but my grandma watched it every day, and guess what? Some of it stuck. You know, I didn't like. Yeah, there's a bunch of things that I watched that I didn't like because there was nothing else on, and again, some things just stuck. Um, so yeah, that happened. You're welcome. Blue saying, "What if speech you wrote was really that? What if speech you wrote was really good? Oh, well, thank you. I try. I was literally what's that country song? Goes drunk on a plane. I was a little tipsy, had my second whiskey ginger, and I was like, I don't know what I thought. Um, I don't know where it came from. I saw Omi at what was it? It was up like 90% on the month, and you know, there's some people that are just like, you know, this is overbought. You know, it's going to go down. I was like, okay, well, what if it doesn't? You know, what if it doesn't? And it's like, okay, well, what if this happens? And what if these bears are wrong? And I just started going, and like the autist in me took over. I was like, I gotta get this down. So I didn't have internet, so like I wrote it in my Samsung notes, waited to land, and then, you know, trying to post that while landing. Took me 3 times. Um, so yeah, I'm glad that resonated with y'all. Crazy Dan, thank you for being a member. Saying now playing everywhere, the silence of the fudders. That's really good. That's a really good. Oh, we're saying Elon Musk live on Spaces. What's he saying, fam? What's he saying? Blah, 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 blah. I mean, uh, yeah, I will Roger that. All right, so I'll cover that. Cover that. Will do. Dino, I'm going to go and send you something after I'm done here. Omi Oh My says at booth, it was awesome. Oh, Omi Oh My, you are so crazy. Omi Oh My, you remind me of someone. You remind me of someone that likes to sing. I'm just gonna leave it at that. Booth saying, seen the ad the other day. Um, the ad for VeVe? VeVe yet? Slider says confidence is different than bragging. You have nothing to apologize for. Everyone should be proud that they weathered a brutal bear market. I am a little proud. Yeah, that's fair. Remember that one episode of SpongeBob where, you know, he catches the ugly, says, "I'm ugly and I'm proud. I'm ugly and I am proud." Chago Sola is saying, "Good evening, fam." Remember in the Mummy Returns where what's his name is I think Evie and the kid, Rick's kid, are just like at home and they're getting robbed, and then that big burly brat comes in. Good evening. Good evening, Chocolate. Jay says, Randy, how does one get an invite to whale meetings? Well, whale week is one thing. This wasn't a whale week; it was just a big whale meeting. But whale week is one thing where how much OMI you have, how much. I mean, it's not just having. Generally, as I've gotten older, my social circle has gotten smaller. Um, any Yahoo with a couple $1 million can go get however much OMI. But having that upper echelon of success is one thing, but it really comes down to being just a solid, good person. And if you don't, you could have you could have 10 billion OMI. You could have a billion OMI if you're not like a good, solid dude or gal, just person, and you're just like, I don't know. I feel like life's too short to kind of spend time around. Like I'm very lucky that all the people that I deal with and get to spend time with are just awesome peeps, and they're just cool. They're just chill. Like and again, I've said this before. I first learned it with my friend Daniel Hardwick. He's been on the podcast. I feel like a lot of rich people, like one percenters, really get a bad rep because, like, oh, I don't got money, and there's a lot of political strife between the 1% and the 99%. But and again, learning it first with my friend Dan, people that are hyper successful, they really just want to pass on what they know. They want to like exchange ideas, and they just want to pass that on. It's like having like a kid. Just got to get your genetic info out there, just so it's there. So I mean, but yeah, going in and having a big bag is definitely part of it, but also just being a good solid dude. Shoot me a message, Jake. We'll talk. Almost saying, love the DJ. Oh, the DJ Octo, he's so cool. He's so chill. Oh, where was I, Cal? Brandon M says, DJ Octo, let's go. Raul says, hey, how much total Akomi is left? About 310 billion, 310-ish, give or take. Bad Hair Club giving me those eyes. Bad Hair Club says, exchanges aren't too far away. Have to stay above 0.01 for a week. We have time to build a DCA before then. Only to NFT, let's freaking go. I don't have a... Wait, why do we have to stay above 0.01 for a week? I mean, it doesn't matter. In 4 weeks, we're going to the heckin' moon anyway. But yeah. Diz Pena, thank you for being a member, says not many coins cross over narratives. OMI is a triple threat with NFTs, gaming, AI, all possibilities. Well, definitely NFTs, definitely the metaverse and AI, because they're going to be incorporated with it. Yeah, this is a perfect storm. This is a perfect storm that is happening. Big A says, hey Randy, still no regrets on selling all my OMI last June since I still beat OMI returns so far by a lot. We're almost to the key resistance where I will come back in, or where I will come back in if it breaks up or breaks down. Let me know. I mean, Big A, I feel like we've known each other for a while. And I can tell you this. It doesn't matter. Like, remember in Infinity War where Tony Stark is talking to Bruce Banner and it's like, Avengers, we broke up, fell out hard. Me and Cap fell out, and then Bruce Banner's like, Tony, Thanos is coming. It doesn't matter who you're talking to, you're not talking to. Tony, Thor's gone. Like it doesn't matter if it's gonna go down or up in the short, like long term. Big A, I feel like we're homies. You gotta get in. Like, and this is not FOMO talking. Maybe it's a little FOMO, but now I know what's coming, and I don't mean like this buy get or bit get, whatever it is. That could very well just be a rumor. I mean, like, I know the amount of money that's gonna be poured into this. And again, by all means, we could go up to 0025, and then you could get in then, and still make insane gains. If that's what you need to do, by all means, whatever takes up less mental real estate in your head. Benjamin Shaw, thank you for super chat. You see the X posts of Vision Pro apps that have persistent 3D objects you can place while using other apps. I'm not sure if we went over that with me and Rolex, NFT Comics, Sanjay, and Coolmo, we did go in and do a lot of things, but I don't know if that's one of the things it was quite a while. It wasn't, it was like 2 weeks ago, but for me, it was quite a while. Live a lot of life here. So the expos of Vision Pro apps that have persistent 3D objects you can place while using other. Okay, I don't think I have. I actually do not think I have. Yeah, yeah, that actually is cool. Send that to me if you can. I think we're on a messengering basis now, right? Yeah. Oh my god, please. Sorry. This is so good. I love this game. All right, where was I? Before it was Ben Shaw, or oh god, where was I here? Narratives. Yep. Invisible Digital says my ranking went back up since it's dropped. All right, so yeah, I went over that this morning in a video. Many of us, myself included, we woke up and we were like 1 or 2 levels down from where we were. I was like, wait a minute, I get like 1,900 points per day. Why am I a Diamond 1? Why am I no longer Master Collector? It was just a glitch. I guess they're fixing it for most people, if not everyone, by this point. If you woke up, you were likely 1 or 2 ranks lower than where you were. Let's see where I am now. Oh yeah, back up to Master Collector, and all is right with the world. 1840. I don't get 1,900. I get like 1840. Jorge Gabriel says I've been holding my OMI like 3 years and never sold anything in this time. Only buying. My heckin' man, my bed. That's what's up. That is why you are a champion. You will conquer what has not been conquered. Defeat will not be your creed. Bad Hair Clubs that Disney did. It was Dragon Chain, but something. Oh no, that was no. No, that was something different. Unless I'm misremembering something. Dragon Chain was something completely different, which was not a good thing. If that's what I'm thinking of, it might not be. Radisson Carver, imagine Disney buying a bunch of OMI. They would just likely try to buy part of VeVe. I don't think Disney going and buying random altcoins, even though it's something that they obviously have vested interest in. If Disney buying Bitcoin, accepting Bitcoin, if Disney goes and they say, hey, we're getting into this digital world, this digital space, and they accept Bitcoin, Ethereum, and OMI, that could be huge. That could be heckin' huge. I don't think that they would actively buy it though. If people go and give it to them on their own volition, that might be something that they could actually get away with, and I could actually see that happening at some point. Perhaps the call for keep killing it, Randy. Thanks, man. I'm trying. Jimberly Lingo says, hello, Master Randy. Oh, Master Jimberly Lingo. I got my body. Ugh. Connor says, peace. Peace, man. Big guy says, 1 million to 1 million daily trading volume is nothing for a major exchange. A smaller exchange will probably be good stepping stone. Any exchange is bullish regardless of the size, in my opinion. Agreed. You know, they don't want to give something that'll give us like 10 million in volume. Have us get like another 500,000 to 1 million, or maybe 1 million, but maybe it takes away a couple 100,000 from the other exchanges. And again, really what the demand is OMI to NFT and OMI to bronze ticket. I think we get that within 2 months. I think we get that in like within 2 months. And then that creates actual demand, and people are not going to, and OMI on the web app. OMI on the web app is something that people are not going to care what the price is. They're just going to say, okay, well, I just need $1 worth of OMI in order to go get this, whatever it is. OMI could be $5. Okay, well, you get 20% of one OMI. You know, people are going to buy it. OMI could be what it is now, and you need X amount of OMI in order to get that $1. But if it's just $1 worth of OMI in order to buy this, it is not going to matter what the price is. People are going to buy it just for that reason. Madam Rizal, send it to your ex. My dyslexia took forward. It says, oh, the DMX. Yeah, this will be wild soon. Also, oh god, hang on 1 second. I gotta think about something. Okay, hang on. Sorry, I just gotta. All right, moving on here. Okay, DMX, not DMX. X go give it to you. Sorry, I love that song. I love him. All right, Ben Shaw. Okay. Oh, posters. An app to decorate your home with auto. Oh, that is so dope. Oh, that is so dope. They got. Oh my god. So oh, dude, the avatar thing that looks so cool. Oh, and when you click on the poster, it comes out with like a trailer. Oh, that is dope AF. Imagine if what that they were doing with VeVe the whole time. God, that'd be insane. That'd be absolutely bananas. Okay, I'm not gonna say who this is, but I'm gonna take screenshots where there's somebody. I'm not gonna say their name. That is taking the guy that posted the original OMI is on Bybit or Byget, whatever. Um, he's saying that we are being played. He's saying that, and I don't know. So you know how that they have an inverse Kramer, where the inverse Kramer goes and they say everything that Kramer from what's his name over on Fox or CNBC, whatever, everything that he says, the inverse Kramer does the opposite, and the inverse Kramer, the something that does the opposite of what Kramer says, they're through the they're through the roof. They get so much gains from doing the opposite of what Jim Cramer says. The person that went and had talked about this Richard guy that says, hey, we have Byget or Bybit, whatever it is, or BitGet. Um, this person had gone and said, y'all are being played, and this is somebody that I would do the inverse for. So if this person's saying y'all are being played, I'm gonna throw like a million OMI down and say that we got it, because this person is consistently wrong in almost everything they talk about. So I'm gonna go out and I'll bet I'll bet a million OMI right now that we got it, just on the inverse of this person. Again, I got the screenshots to prove it. Anyway, I'm just gonna go and when somebody says y'all are being played, acting like we can get on that, to me that tells me that we got it. Again, I'll bet a million OMI for anyone right now. Anyone. Yeah, I'll up it if you need. Now where was I? Oh god, show. Oh no, why didn't I? Okay. Uh, Disney did no those. Hello. All right, where was I here? Yeah, I the more volume, the better, obviously, and the more volume, the easier whales can get in. Well, Bo says whatever happened to Poor Man Printing? He's funny as well. Um, I always like Poor Man Printing. I haven't talked to him in a long time. Not because like we're mad at each other or anything. It just fell out. He doesn't really make content anymore. But he was always nice to me. I didn't know he was fighting. I don't know why. I don't know. I always liked him though as a person. He was nice to me. But again, I don't know why he's fighting. Bad Hair Club's Immutable X. We're an Immutable X. We're an Immutable X. Been there since May. Now we in September. Oh god, I loved him so much. Dr. Strange is ready. Yo, what up, Doctor? Doctor, give me the news. I got a bad case of loving you. Marquin says, watching from Vision Pro. Oh, how do I look in the Vision Pro? Ow. My elbow. Mr. Says, need next. One click only. Oh, buy it on the web app. One click only. That I really hope we get that too. That was the layer 2. One click only. Sandbook House says, Randy's pop culture recall is legendary. One of the reasons I love tuning in. Oh, why thank you, Stan. I appreciate that. Dex Pyro, what's up, Dex? Oh, I feel like Obi-Wan Kenobi, like, hello, Dex. I can buy so much Taco Bell. Rocket Red Countdown Liftoff. Yeah, we could all buy a lot of Taco Bell. Taco Bell is the stuff that legends are made of. Cool Mo's, hashtag one click only. I guess that's going to be trending for a little while. Hashtag one click only. Now where was I? All right. Akomi Skywalker says R. R. Only a pirate says R. Booth saying, no, I was saying that there was an ad on Bitforex for OMI and how you can use it as collateral for crypto loan. Oh, that's interesting. I'll take a crypto loan. Hal T, what's going on, Hal? Oh. Roble says, Cavernous tweeted that they'll be at Digital Twin Summit in Dubai doing a workshop with their partner, Epic Games, in 2 days. Yeah. I didn't go over this. I didn't have time in my video this morning. I guess I will go over this now. I did take a screenshot of it. It was a while ago. Oh, dude. Also, when I was flying back, look at that beautiful, beautiful sunset. Oh my God. I feel like Black Panther when they go into Wakanda and he's just like, I will never get tired of this. You know, when they go through the trees and see Wakanda, I will never get tired of flying into New York. As crappy as sometimes it gets because, you know, politicians suck and people suck, I just will never get tired of looking at that view. Anyway, yeah, Cavernous thing. We will be presenting alongside our partners Neom and Epic Games at the Workshop 2 on February 1st from the 3rd Annual Digital Twin Conference in Dubai. Neom has over 1 million followers on X, and Epic Games has over 5 million followers on X. Now, Cavernous, as we know, are the ones that are building the VeVeverse. Cavernous is also doing something with Epic Games. They have a partnership. They've had a partnership for several years. When I go and I say, hey, 97% chance that VeVeverse and Disney's metaverse with Epic Games are likely going to be interoperable with each other, it's because, again, you have this one company that's doing something for both. And again, I would say less than a 1% chance that they're not interoperable. And then you have that small, I would say 2% chance, maybe 98% chance of what I said, maybe like a 1.9% chance. And this is not thought up by me. This is thought up by Chad from NFT Pirates, who's back now. He just interviewed Mr. MC1 before. He had said, what if the VeVeverse and Disney's metaverse and Epic are one and the same? What if it's the same thing? Now, again, I put this at a very, very low percentage chance that it happens because, again, most likely it's just going to be interoperable with each other, and which will be fine. But if they are one and the same, oh my God, we'll go to a penny overnight. Like 2 pennies, like Jesus, man, nobody is ready for that type of hype. And which is why that would be too perfect. And I don't think that really happened. Benjamin Shaw saying, send one more DM. Thank you for the $10 super chat thing. This proves VeVe can make a Vision iOS app that displays collectibles that stay in your environment while you work or watch a movie in the headset. Well, let's see what's going on. Oh God, I'm in the screenshots. I don't need to be in the screenshot. Go on the X. Oh, I just burped. I'm so sorry. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. That'd be great. Imagine going and posting all of the VeVe digital collectibles around your house, and then, oh God, I have the really bad heartburn. But imagine going and posting all the VeVe digital collectibles around your house exactly where you want them, and then never having to do that again, and they're just there like artwork every time you put on the Apple Vision Pro headset. That's exactly what he's doing there. And I love it. Oh God, I'm dying. Now, where was I here? I'm gonna go and one more time ask y'all to smash that like button. Free way to help support the channel. Not free way to Patreon. So you guys know. Sorry, got it. Important message. Get back to it. All right, moving on. Oh, where was I? On your Oh yeah. So comment down below what you think of that partnership and what that's going to be in 2 days in Dubai. All check games is straight fire. You can comment that a couple times. I always love that. Always open to comment that. Tony Tonga says OMI haven't even begun to advertise or market, and this is happening. Agreed, sir. Agreed. And Charlotte, thank you for the super chat saying, see the X post of the pro apps that have persistent 3D objects that you can place while using other apps. It's wild. And yes, I have that. Big A says, breaks up, looks at 1 year chart. It dumped off at the exact spot we're at, but I think it makes it through this time. I'm okay with missing the first part of the pump, but cheering for you and OMI. As long as you're okay with missing that first part and you need that for your mental health, no, it needs to do this before I go in, that's fine. I ain't gonna push it. Um, but I know where this is going. You like Krabby Patties, don't you, Squidward? The SpongeBob reference comment down below if you get it. Chichuru says if it's under $5 billion market cap, it's a buy zone. Well, yeah, the OMI's big buy zone right now, in my opinion. It's been a buy zone for like a year. Atomic Z06 is Ben Shaw. Yes, that is cool. Hopefully they make it savable across sessions of use. Oh yeah, I mean I imagine that it's got to be savable. I don't know how soon we would get it, but yeah, they're likely working on that. And thank you, Ben, saying now just sent the DM on X. We're checking. You guys surprised you saw that? I thought you would have had OG Vault blocked. Okay, so I do. Somebody had gone on and sent that to me, and like, hey, what do you think of this? And my immediate reaction is always go inverse of what this person says. So yeah. When they say y'all getting played and buy get or bit get, I don't even know what this thing is called. That is not happening. It's not real. Absolute inverse, and I'm now convinced it's real. Mr. M says exchange news not fake. What, Mr. MC1? How do you know? How do you know? How do you know? How do you know? Oh God, how do you know? Am I missing something? Did or hold on. Drops. Okay, I'm not in. All right, so I'm stumbled upon. Yep. Okay, so that. No, great interview. This was in a response to question. Response by Gemini. What? Oh, Gemini. All right, never mind. Okay, Gemini. All right, that's not what I'm thinking of. Cringy people. Don't sweat crazy small stuff. Yep. Okay. All right. Mr. MC1, how do you know? What do you know, Mr. MC1? Are you subscribing to the same thing that I subscribe to when I say that you go inverse of what this person has to say? Because that is exactly what I'm doing. I think the last thing you posted is great post from Claritza. Pro chatting with you. I don't know. MCP, okay. I am now stalking Mr. MC1's post and his replies. I ain't getting nothing. I'm gonna take a picture of that. Exchange news, not fake. All right, there we go. Ace Rig Move says, ask Jordan Rees quickly, sell his homie. Why? Why would I tell him to sell his homie? I mean, I do feel bad that Jordan literally sold pretty close. I mean, he still has like 100-something million. So but yeah. David says, when will there be margin trading for Omicron? Oh God, I hope that like never comes, because people are gonna get wrecked with that. People are gonna get absolutely wrecked. Oh wow, Mark just sent me something that's great, and I want to share that, but I don't think I can. Yep, we did hit only 1 year high. If we can buy Wemba, how would they undercover to grab it at layer 1? How would they under the cover to grab it in layer 1? And that's my guess. Where was I? Rosen, dude, that was spot on T'Challa impression. I'm not gonna lie. So whenever I watch movies or TV shows by myself, I mouth and say the words that they say. Like at the end of, let's say, Hell on Wheels, which is a really good show. There's this guy, I think his name is Mick, talking with Colin Bohannon, and Colin's like, "You're Irish hard workers. Go up and lay 8 miles of track tomorrow." He's like a Southern guy from like Mississippi or whatever. And then Mick, the Irish guy, goes out and says like, "Yeah, but if I've learned one thing all these years, is to never bet against Colin Bohannon." Like that, I don't know. That scene lives rent free in my head. That is my like Roman Empire. But I don't know. I like Black Panther. I've seen it a few times. So like I've said multiple times, I'm not ready to be without you. When he's talking to his dad, or I say like, I'll never get tired of this view. You know, like I've just said that so many times because I've seen that movie a bunch. Um, yeah, that's part of the reason why. It might have something to do with the TISM, might not. Because yeah, someone posted the transaction, but it's also only 80,000 OMI. So I guess there'll be more transfers coming, or they aren't expecting much volume initially. That is fair. That is fair. Benjamin Shaw, thank you for the super chat saying, send one more DM. Suppose you can make a Vision iOS app that displays collectibles that stay in your environment while you work or watch a movie. It is absolutely wild, and I cannot wait for that to happen more. Ace Moves is NFT update on X just posted on VeVe Digital Collectibles. Another advertisement. Wait, NFT update? Wait, let me see. Let me see this. NFT update. Oh yeah, they follow me. They're actually coming on the podcast over the next month or so. Um, they are very good at Twitter or X, and they are very good at what do you call it? At getting engagement from the VeVe fan. I'll ask them about it. Moving on now. Scotchy saying VeVeverse and major VeVe features will be rolled out before exchanges, as the team doesn't want OMI to be a pump and dump coin on news, but a utility token. I mean VeVeverse, I don't know when that's coming. They got their last round of beta invites out, and they're going to start, I think, on Sunday, them to allow access. But we're definitely not getting it this quarter. I'm really hoping we get it in Q2, but I don't think that comes out. Like again, we can go and get OMI to NFT and OMI to bronze tickets before VeVeverse, and that's enough for us to go on exchanges, I believe. You know, this is just me. Jordan Reed says, "Yo, Randy, we missed you on around the Acomiverse earlier." Yeah, I was on a flight. I was literally in Ohio like 5 hours ago, but I was on a flight back, so that's why I couldn't make it. I literally got home at like 8:39, and the chat was like, you know, everyone was like blowing up about stuff, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna go live. Britain's saying LMAO when OMI ETF. I don't know when OMI ETF. It's likely gonna be soon, maybe soon. First Lab says, is this pump due to a new exchange? No, this was pumping well before we got the rumor that we're getting an exchange. Now that rumor is turning out where, again, likely to be true. One, because Mr. MC1 had said it's news, it's not fake. And then the other is because there's a person that's wrong all the time that had said, oh, yeah, y'all being played, you know, like as in saying, like, this isn't true. So I immediately knew it was true at that point because the inverse of that is never wrong. Bill Gardner saying, what up, everyone? Yo, what up, Bill Gardner? How's it going, man? Love you, Bill. 128 peeps, smash that like button. Yeah, I'm hoping they do. Hoping they smash it. Jordan Riz, yo, BG. Yo, what up, Bill Gardner? Bill Gardner says, Riz. So I've been going on for about an hour, 23 minutes. Let's see if we have any. I invited a couple of people on here too. They didn't come in. Get out of there. Get out of there. Nah, Mr. M wants Legends in Action. Oh, that was around the Acomiverse stuff that I didn't get to go on, unfortunately. That was my bad. Well, let's check on the OMI price. Let's see what's going on. We're up about 9.8% to 0.001149, or almost 115. We are up 96% in 30 days. We have 1.9 million in trading volume. But we're gonna have more. We're gonna have more soon. We got a lot of stuff going on. Mark's having a photo. I feel we'd have him in a lot. I can't do this. Oh, hey, Liam. Liam, the shades. Oh, I love Liam. There's this guy, Liam, called Liam Mo Stritty Beehen. I guess that's German. He's a cool dude. Connor's been patiently waiting for this perfect storm to hit. OMI and Essence for the past 3 years. Let's ride this wave to the moon. Thank you for being you, Randy. Oh, I'm trying. I'm trying. Well, I'm not really trying. I'm just like kind of just doing what I do, and then some of y'all seem to like it, so that's fair. But let's go over some of the news. I have 120 of y'all here, so what news did I get to in the last thing? I'd gotten first class. All right, here we go. PMN Gwyn had said, "What's happening on X? OMI was trending under business and finance. That's what's happening. We were trending a lot this last weekend." Charles Delgado, shout out to him, saying, "This is exactly what I mean when I posted before, that I feel like MCP is kind of like dividends with stock. You get rewarded by holding and by being able to pretty much get anything that you want." He has get 4,200 points a day, level 76, and he's got 2.2 million points. You get rewarded for holding, pretty much like holding getting a dividend for a stock. For the Lambo, I got 2 ultra rares for the Lambo. I thought that was cool. I gambled, tried to get that secret rare. Knew that was going to be like 1,100. Well, I figured it would be like 1,400. Wound up being settling around 11. But let's see a couple of what else we got here. The Lambo. Let's look at the secret rare and see what that's at. 1,000. Guys, as we go and we get more and more gains from OMI, what VeVe collectibles are going to fly. And again, Riso's doubled this past week. The Todd has gone up like 50%. Partner's gone up 50%. I think Ultra Rare Vader has went up like 20%, but let's see. Because I really want to go and wanted to buy one. It is it's 435. It's actually only up like 12%. Might want to get. I went over the Lukes before. The gold, silver VeVe logos. As I go and I talk more about Whale Week, and just things with the whales, that's when, and all these guys that I talked to this weekend, most of them had gold and silver VeVe logos. So that should tell you what's going on. There's actually a logo out there for 6,200. It's 6,299. So 6,300. Kind of want it. I do kind of want it though. I'm not gonna get it, but you know. Beautiful. Right. Jordan Reed says, "I do hope VeVe Komi take advantage of the good sentiment and we get something for OMI released soon." I told everyone today, Jordan, and you probably saw it on my X, y'all have like 4 weeks. And honestly, that was just because I knew what money was coming in. If this exchange is true, which I think it likely is now, we might have less than that in order to get stuff up. Dead Rabbits, my man, saying, "What's up? I missed out on buying Partner Statue because I bought QOC. Inu? Yes, I'm a degen. Yes, you are. But I do know you have a little bit of OMI, right? And your friends were looking to get OMI. I think now is the time. We've only gone up a little bit, so I think now is the time." Where was I? Let's go over the rest of the news here, shall we? Shout out to Tropical that completed her Thor set. And then we have building open. All right. Tim Sweeney, who is on the head of Epic Games, says, "What we're building will be open and interoperable with any companies and tech that implement the same future standards. Groups like the Metaverse Standards Forum are hard at work on some part of this already." So Tim Sweeney going and telling you that his metaverse with Disney will be interoperable with others. And again, when you have Cavernous that's building the VeVeverse and is also doing something with Epic Games, I don't know what it is, they're both likely going to be interoperable with each other very, very quickly from when they both release. But again, that's just, I'm just throwing that out there. 99 Crypto says, "How much OMI to be a millionaire?" Like right now, I don't know, like 900 something million. How much OMI to be a millionaire at the peak of this bull cycle? Probably like 10-ish million. Yeah, 10 million OMI, you'll likely have $1 million in it at the peak of this bull cycle, 2025. Terry Collins, I had to sell OMI for some medical bills. Went from 10 million to 3 million. Ouch. Sorry, Terry, where do you live? That is horrible. That is awful. I'm sorry I had to do that. That's rough. Patrick Rodriguez, been a while. How's it going, fam? Thank you for the super chat. Saying, "Hey, Randy, what your OMI price prediction if OMI gets to different exchanges such as Coinbase?" Well, I think we get multiple different exchanges well before we get to Coinbase. But I do think that we get Binance and Coinbase at some point in this bull market, at some point in this bull cycle. And if we go and we do that, I would say that my base case really comes out to be true at 8 to 10 cents. But that's my base case. The bull case is if a lot of things play out and that pendulum kind of overextends a little bit from where it was. I would say 15 to 20 cents is also possible. That base case is most likely, but that 15 to 20 cents is still like, I would say 15% chance of that happening. I would say like a 3% chance of us getting to 30 cents plus. But for the most part, it's like I would say 8 to 10 cents is still my base case for right now, and that's what I think is most likely going to happen. Telecom says, live in Australia, trying to beat Lyme disease. Oh man, that is rough. That is a rough time. Sorry, fam, but hey, 3 million OMI is better than nothing. Pedro Rodriguez says, thanks, buddy. Hope all is well. Thank you, thank you. Yeah. 1 second. I know. Hang on 1 second. Now, where are we at here? That's right. Hopefully 3 million is enough. I think you got this. Gabriel Jones says, we are so back. Remember the creators that stuck around during this bear, folks? That is me. And others, and others. So it's not just me, others as well. And if you're ever in Ohio or Columbus, Ohio, you should stop by Kilwin's Original Recipe Ice Cream. That is right. Kilwin's Original Recipe Ice Cream has a really good marshmallow thing, has other really good ice cream as well. Y'all should stop there if you're ever in Columbus, Ohio. Part of our Douterman's series of costumes variants featuring the evolution of Marvel heroes, its X lives on Wolverine #5. The one-of-one Marvel artwork is available via silent auction starting on Monday, 19 February at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, only on the VeVe web app. These artworks go for multiple thousands of dollars every single week. That is, y'all need to pay attention to that. Y'all need to be paying attention to those artworks. They're one-of-ones, come out every single week, always for multiple thousands of dollars. Blade, for example, 1,000 edition, $50. It means 910 edition, one rarity. That will sell out. You had, what was his name? Ghost Rider, which is like $70 right now. Ghost Rider has not been in any good movies, but he will be. Ghost Rider is really cool. I'll go a bigger character than Blade, but Mahershala Ali's playing Blade. It's going to be a good time. Now, where was I? Bill Garner, give me those. Thank you. Gabriel Jones says, now we need VeVe to roll out big things, bring out the games. I want to play with my mighties, guys. That's going to be a while. I think VeVe and Nakomi are on a really good streak. They've already announced OMI to NFT. They've already announced OMI to bronze ticket. And they've already announced, pretty much OMI to accessory via MCP and bronze tickets. That's all enough to get on exchanges. I think that's fine. The games I'm really not expecting for quite a while. But again, I don't think we need them right now. Redwi Gojang says, what caused the pump? There's a lot. Just Akomi and VeVe, they're just killing it. Update after update after update. MCP utility. They have thrown out an article, and the MCP utility, there was no article. It was just, hey, here we go. You have MCP points now. And then there was an article after that. But Akomi has tweeted and their Medium article saying, we're getting all of these things that I just talked about. And it's likely coming in Q2. So we likely have a couple months and we get those. And it likely looks that we're getting like an exchange. And that buy bit, whatever that's called, we're likely getting that. I'd put it 99.9%. Punkalette says, smash that like button if you have OMI. Smash it if you like, if you have that OMI. Smash it if you want to get that bread. Big A says, Fred, more people night, more people bought than sold. Yeah, pretty much. Dave says, when will they have margin trading leverage for OMI? I don't know. That I don't even know if that's up to OMI. That's obviously up to exchanges. That's going to get people wrecked because it does in every single industry. People think that they're smarter than they are. They try to trade on margin. It doesn't work. Well, I mean, sometimes it does, but I'm really hoping that people stay away from that. Crypto Mike Dre says, hey, Randy, did you purchase any DC or Candy NFTs? I have not. I'm really hoping to see some DC3 comic grails in the VeVeverse. When do you think OMI will actually happen? Or OMI to NFT? I think OMI to NFT starts in Q2. I think that at some point it's possible for DC comics to come on VeVe. I don't know how yet, but yes. When do you think OMI to NFT will actually happen? I think Q2. Like I think a couple months, and we get that. OMI to bronze stick is definitely first. I'm like 99. One second. Hang on. I gotta message this guy back because I need to prove something. Always wrong, and OMI, he's wrong on this. That's why I'm sure we have it. Okay. Matthew Garrison said, did you see the rumor? Yeah, so that's been brought up several times tonight. Long story short, I am 99.99% convinced that it is true, even though I was skeptical at the beginning of the night. I believe that is true that we have it. But again, that's just me though. Now where was I? Yep, that's convincing. Oh lordy. Oh god, oh shit. All right, I'm gonna have to go in a minute. Unless y'all want me to stay. Oh shoot. All right. Okay, we're good. Oh yeah, let me catch up the messages. By all means, you go and comment anything you want. All right. Yep. Oh damn. Okay. Yep. All right. So that'll be it for me tonight. Unless there's any more super chat time, because I don't like to leave without. No, we're good. Guys, thanks so much for being here. This has been a fantastic couple of days. I look forward to many similar circumstances in the future. I didn't see the exchange thing happening when I was planning this. I was just trying to say like, hey, OMI watch party, and let's see what it's at. Let's see what OMI's at before we bounce here. Up 8.7 on the day. We're gonna get some good times. Like I said, y'all have about 3.5, 4 weeks for like crazy pumps just from the money I know that's coming in. And my voice is going, so I gotta bounce. Have a good night. Thank you guys. I love you guys. Bye. Yeah. Thanks, Randy. Good night. Thank you for the super chats. I love you all. Say goodbye. Dashi. And stream.